Chris Foltz here, WFG National Title, here with Steve Hawks, Platinum Real Estate Professionals. Steve, this Bitcoin craze going on, is it real? Tell me more about it, bro.
Well, you can ask all the people cashing out their millions of dollars
Okay.
and $50,000 a day if it's real or not. But well, it is real, right?
True.
So the what really started giving the Bitcoin a little bit of credibility is a few months ago. It might have been a little bit longer. Julian Assange, the guy from WikiLeaks or whatever. I didn't know this. He posted it on Twitter or whatever, and so he was cut off from all the currencies in the world, basically, right? And he was probably one of the most wanted people in the world, hiding out in the embassy. Well, he was cut off from all the currency, so the people, sending money to WikiLeaks could only use Bitcoin, right?
Okay.
So he said, "Hey, pay me in Bitcoin." This is like whenever 2011, 2012, and so he collected a lot of Bitcoins for his payment. Well, now who knows how many he has, because back then they're going $50, $60 on it, so he might have thousands of Bitcoins now, and they're worth what, right? This hour they're worth about 15 grand.
Right.
So people are starting to see, wait a minute, this guy has been able to survive without any currencies besides Bitcoin for the past 5-6 years, with major countries going after him, right?
Wow.
So that kind of got people's interest in going, hey, you know what, maybe this Bitcoin is real, because this guy has been surviving for the last, whatever it is, 5 years,
Right.
Just by accepting Bitcoin and converting it or whatever. So that got people involved, and then it got serious money involved, and now you have the craze going off like crazy. And then now we're seeing people that are frustrated buying silver and gold. I mean, silver, I think, is $16 an ounce right now. It's more expensive to get out of the ground. How can that be?
Right.
Well, when you buy silver, a lot of these companies that you buy silver on the internet stuff, if you buy whatever, like $100, they are only holding about $10 worth of silver, right? So it looks like there's a more silver out there than what there really is. So it's been keeping the silver price down for years. Same with gold. Gold is a similar situation. With all this money printing and people have been investing in silver and gold, they're frustrated because
Right.
silver and gold has been dead, because silver and gold should be $100 and $5,000 with all the money they're printing that's going on.
Right.
Bitcoin, you see, is a real indicator of how much the central banks have been printing money, because Bitcoin's at 15,000, right? A lot of people predicted gold should be $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 an ounce because of all the money printing.
Right.
But they're able to manipulate the price of gold by selling it with paperback gold instead of the actual gold. And now with Bitcoin, we're seeing those two factors, and then we're seeing countries like Venezuela, Zimbabwe, North Korea, China, where Bitcoin is becoming a place for people to store wealth, right?
Okay.
No matter how poor the countries are, Venezuela or Zimbabwe, you always have somebody that's very, very wealthy who wants to get the money out.
Right.
Well, Bitcoin is a way to store their wealth. And now you see millennials that are into the digital world that are looking at it, and they're investing in it too. So now you have a huge foundation, huge base investing in this Bitcoin, and now just recently, now you're seeing be able to trade futures. So now you're seeing Wall Street get involved, and now you're going to see volatility and everything go crazy. Every time Wall Street gets involved, it gets volatility. But we're also showing people how they can invest real estate with Bitcoin. We're having an event. People that are interested, we're having an event Thursday,
Okay.
7 o'clock at the Orleans for accredited investors. How people are using their Bitcoin wealth to invest in real estate, and how to buy real estate with Bitcoin. And we're going to have an expert in Bitcoin. I am by no means any expert in Bitcoin, but we will have experts in Bitcoin on how to convert it, how to buy real estate with it, and how to do transactions with it. And your question before was, well, what can you buy with Bitcoin? Well, you can buy a lot more with Bitcoin right now than you can with gold. You can take that Bitcoin and buy something, but you can't take that gold coin very many places and buy something. And a lot of the gold, people frustrated with gold and silver lately are taking some of their gold and silver and putting it into Bitcoin. And the people that did that in the last year have seen, I think it's 1,200% just in the last 12 months. And I read a report the other day that since Bitcoin was started, I think it's been up 11 million%.
Good.
I read that somewhere. I think it was CNBC. But the event is that we'll be talking about is tomorrow, Thursday, at the Orleans.
So if you didn't hear that, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. at the Orleans, Steve will have a Bitcoin expert to talk about how to buy real estate using Bitcoin. So if you investors out there, if you're not at that event tomorrow night, you're missing out, guys. Steve, I appreciate you taking the time again. Wealth of knowledge, brother.
No problem.
Have a great day.